What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? So, our topic today. Actually, I want to go off and say that I do apologize. Especially for podcast number 5. I am sorry. It's just my emotions were like on a roller coaster, and it was just so dang low to the ground. And I want to apologize for that. It's just how I'm feeling, and I was trying to. I wasn't trying to make it all negative. I was trying to at least have somewhat of a positive to be able to help y'all out as well. Um, these podcasts are really designed to talk about anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Anything can go. Like, we can talk about video games. We can talk about Bible, Christian stuff. We can talk about foods. We can talk about anime. Like, anything is out there. Anything is out there. So, since I'm probably the only one that's evening um, doing this right now, I'm pretty sure nobody's watching it right now. Um, Bethesda Xbox finally purchased Bethesda. And what does that mean? I don't think Xbox exclusives. I don't think the franchises are going to be exclusive to Xbox, because you got to keep in mind that Microsoft also does the computer aspect. So you got to be able to keep that in mind, to keep that in check as well. Um, I mean, hopefully it will benefit them financially after the drought of Fallout 76. I don't know if they're gonna make, like, they have Oblivion and Bethesda under their umbrella right now, under the Bethesda umbrella. So all ideas are kind of just out in the window of this whole process. Actually, who knows? We could probably see a remaster. Maybe New Vegas or 3. I know people prefer one or the other. I really can't. I love both those games dear to my heart. They both have good stuff all the way around them. If they ever do something like that. Or be able to make Fallout New Vegas 2 and to be able to expand on the New Vegas. Because a lot of people like that game. So, yeah, this can really be out there on the gate. As this freaking light is like freaking blinding me. I know it looks like I'm in a different area, but this light, man, that light. Oh no! Oh my gosh, that light. It's like I don't know. It's like so. It's just there, blasting every single thing around it. Um, that light though, that light. So, back to V games. I hope that Bethesda will improve since they're officially bought by Microsoft. Hopefully, good things will come out of this. Hopefully, a lot of good things actually. Because you have Oblivion kind of trying to make their games better into their format, like the Outer Worlds. That was supposed to be like Fallout. And apparently their new game, I'm forgetting what it's called at the top of my head, and it's supposed to be like the Elder Scrolls. So Oblivion is very talented. And if they have more people, they'll be able to do such better. Like, their good game right now, to me, is Fallout New Vegas. Like, that is the, perfect example. Like, I probably would say it's better than Outer Worlds, but Outer Worlds is not a bad game whatsoever. You gotta think about it. Oblivion is a small company compared to Bethesda. But since they're both under the roof, under the umbrella of Microsoft, and I'm pretty sure Microsoft really doesn't care much about exclusives that much. And you gotta remember they have Xbox and PC. And I'm pretty sure most people have a PC, have a computer, or in this case, a gaming laptop. Um, so you do have these things to be able to play those games. So it is something. Speaking of a lot of rumors, actually, let me actually see. Microsoft completes it, and it confirms Xbox and PC's exclusives. So, hopefully, I'm hoping big things. I mean, you also got id Software. You have a lot of companies under Microsoft. So, with that being said, remember they own the Fallout, Elder Scrolls, like we already talked about, Doom, Dishonored, even the crap. What was that game called? It was that Evil Within. That's what it was called, the Evil Within. And you got other games like they were showing Deathloop, which I mean, but you do have them. They were supposed to be working on Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, which I don't think. Actually, I don't think they're going to come out with that anytime given. Actually, I just don't think. And I'm sorry if you hear noises in the background as well. These podcasts are very professional. If I did this at another time, I'm pretty sure it'll be better professional. But back to Bethesda and Xbox. I don't know what else they plan on doing. I'm pretty sure they're gonna still do updates for Fallout 76, which is yay, I guess. I mean, I'm just hoping that this will be a big improvement to Bethesda right now. I'm hoping better things with their franchise. You know, you have a lot of things under Bethesda, and now it's going under Microsoft now. Doom, Dishonored, the Evil Within, which is I feel like it's a forgotten franchise, actually. Probably same with Dishonored, but I didn't really care for Dishonored that much. But that's just my opinion. I'm very entitled to my opinion, but I'm hoping that this will actually benefit Bethesda in the long run. I mean, we all saw what happened to 76, and they're trying their best to improve it over time. And some people, not gonna say me, but some people love 76. Some people really like 76. I don't. I actually don't like the game at all. I think the game is crappy and sucky. I don't care how many updates you do. I mean, it feels like I'm just ripping that game apart. But it's just like I get it. You know, you have the what's that? The No Man's Sky. At first, it was hot garbage. Now these days, it looks like a completely different game. And you know that could have that's potential for 76. It is potential, but I honestly think Bethesda should stop caring about that game. I think Bethesda should just completely stop. Actually, that is what I think. Because of that, I just don't. I want I want them to improve over this. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, after their final purchase, I mean, we only know about two games. Well, at least that I'm aware of, and that's Starfield, which is okay, and then you have Elder Scrolls 6. You know, which I don't know when that will come out. You know, so I don't know what other games are going to come out soon. And since they're under Microsoft, they'll have more money. They'll be able to actually be able to financially do this. And for the fans, because we got so disappointed with 76. And we were scared of what's going to be next. Because that literally tore Bethesda apart. But with this, it can make Bethesda become a comeback. And hopefully they won't turn into another Konami. I mean, we all saw what happened to Konami, right? Back in 2015. I'm sure we're at least all aware of what Konami did. And Konami is not even relevant anymore. You know, they don't even make games anymore. I mean, EA is still here, but EA is EA. I mean, you got their crappy games as well. Which I hope Bethesda won't come into that. I hope they'll come into like another Capcom. Because Capcom is doing extremely well right now. You know, and Bethesda could do this. Capcom is remaking their old Resident Evil games. Why not take Bethesda and remake their old games? Like remake Fallout 3. You know, or New Vegas. Which either or, that will be great right now. If Bethesda actually took that turn. If Bethesda really took that turn, that will be so great. Actually. Like, it will be the best of the best. It will be like a cherry on top. Is basically what it would be. It would be just a cherry. It will be a cherry on top. Is what it will be. That is what it will be. So, with that in mind, with everything that I've been saying, there are Nintendo Switch. Yes, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. There has been a lot of things about the Pro. Even though Nintendo themselves haven't even said anything. Like, nothing about a Pro. Like, they have not said anything. But these rumors, these rumors goes all over the place where it's like, is Nintendo going to actually do this? Because you have them doing like the game packs. I guess that's what I can call them. You know, with the Super Mario 3D World, the Nintendo Switch one, or the Animal Crossing one with like different designs and stuff like that. Um, that's what they've been doing recently. And some people would say they're trying to run out their Switches so they can be able to do this Nintendo Switch Pro. Um, and here's the thing. You know how they always switch like that? Especially in older consoles? Like, remember Nintendo DS and then DSi? You had exclusives for the DSi, and it couldn't run on a Nintendo DS. And I think it was the same for the 3DS. You know, you had the 3DS and the new Nintendo 3DS, which is, you know, and I think it has exclusives. And from the rumors, it might sound like that. So, like, for example, let's take Breath of the Wild 2. You know, we don't have a release date. We don't know nothing. You know, we don't even know when the game's going to come out. You know, they could be saving it for a Switch Pro. It is possible. Have Nintendo said anything about it? No, they have not actually. But it could be possible. And from what I'm hearing, like to upgrade the screen, like instead of like the screen grows a little bigger, like with the 3DS and all that. Remember the 3DS and Nintendo 3DS? Remember how the screens got a bit bigger? This is what it's going to look like. And plus, it looked like it will go out into a 4K on your TV and a 180p in handheld mode. Because right now it's 720p in handheld mode, and it's 180 on the screen. So that's been a thing, and you gotta also mention the battery of it. Now I don't have the like news Nintendo Switch, which basically puts like another hour into it. I got the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. Is what I got. I don't have the Lite. You know, I don't see my point of getting that. But at the same time, I'm wondering what Nintendo is going to say about it. You know, people are saying a better kickstand. You know how there's a kickstand in the back of your Switch, and sometimes I know there's not one for the Lite, but I know there's one for the regular Switch where you can just put it down on the counter and you can just play like that instead of just holding it in your hand. People said that. An upgraded dock. You know, the dock is something. Well, I'm just gonna say I don't like the dock in particular. I wish they could do a little bit better because you have to open up the back, and it's just trying to plug all that in. It just feels a bit clunky, you know. So they can freaking, you know, it's just a lot of rumors, and I don't know if it's true. There's also the Nvidia. You know how they're upgrading their graphics, and the Switch uses their graphics actually. They actually do. The Nvidia, they use the Nvidia graphics. And apparently there's supposed to be like an X1 where it makes it better. You know, maybe not PS5 standards or Xbox One standards, you know, and something like that. So you have all these rumors. And hopefully they'll fix the Joy-Con drift as well. But just like I said, with all these rumors, Nintendo hasn't said nothing. I don't know if they're saving it. They could be saving it either for next year or for the end of this year. I mean, watching the Nintendo Direct. Let's go back to the Nintendo Direct, okay? That Nintendo Direct. I did my predictions on it. I kind of did a live reaction on my own Twitch. I didn't do it on this Twitch channel. And it was fine. I don't think Skyward Sword should be $60. I do like the blue Joy Cons. I am so sold on the Skyward Sword Joy Cons. It looks freaking amazing. It really does. So, but the last thing that they mentioned was like Splatoon 3. And usually, most of the time, think about this. Most of the times, they don't put a sequel on another console. Why have we not seen Mario Kart 9? Each Mario Kart came on a different system. Think about that. Think about that. Mario Kart 9 could be a Nintendo Switch Pro exclusive. Same with Splatoon 3. Because if you have a Splatoon 3 and you have Splatoon 2 on the same level right now, it would probably feel a little bit weird. I mean, back in the GameCube, you only had Mario Kart Double Dash. You didn't get the next Mario Kart game until the Wii and the 3DS. Like, let's be honest here. let's really be honest here. So it could potentially lead up to a Nintendo Switch Pro. It could. But the thing is these rumors true? And it's really hard to really say if they are or not. People are coming up saying like it's not going to be called a Nintendo Switch Pro. What about Nintendo Switch 2? If this actually happens, it makes the Switch not that great and the Pro a whole lot better. So who knows? I mean, they did release a Switch Lite back in the thing, and if they're increasing the screens, they would also have to increase the Joy-Cons. Because think about it, it would have to be a little bit bigger Joy-Cons. So you have to be able to put all this in factor while that light's still glowing in my freaking eye. You have to put all this into factor. And I really don't know. Like, right now. Heck, they can just put 2 screens and be like a Nintendo Switch DS. That might sound the stupidest thing you probably ever hear that comes out of my mouth. And frankly, you might be right. But it's just these rumors. Like I've been always I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I love Nintendo. I love them half to death. I love the games that they come out with. They have great exclusives, great top of the line games, which are really fun, really amazing, and really out there. But every time there's a rumor, you don't know if it's true or false. How many times there's been a rumor of Metroid Prime HD? That has been a rumor ever since the Nintendo Switch was even born. Has that ever came out yet? No. You have all these rumors. And you don't know what is true and what is wrong. And you can't keep your high hopes for them. Because Nintendo hasn't said anything about it. You know. And another thing that, since we're talking about Nintendo, I want to talk about one thing that I do not like, actually. Which I think people should at least hear. Um, this is currently the last month to play the Mario 35 to get the 3D All Stars because after this month it's over with. It is completely over with after this month. You will not be able to buy it physically or digitally. 35 I'm fine with, but the 3D All Stars I can't freaking understand, and I don't know if they're gonna release it for like how much was it? $60? 60 divided by 3, that's about $20, right? Yes. So $20 for each of those games. And then think about it. They did not do much for this. This was an easy cash grab. Let's be honest here. It was a cash grab. I wanted it. It's been so long since I played Sunshine, and I never played Galaxy. It was legitimately the first time I was ever to play Galaxy. I do kind of like it, kind of not. I always prefer 64. I probably would prefer Galaxy over Sunshine. Um, I will probably say I don't like Sunshine that much. But to me, it's also, I feel like it's a kind of a hidden gem at the same time. So, but the 3D All Stars, the thing about it is that they did not do anything. All they did was re-put it and try to upscale it and then have music, the same games, and nothing. And then selling it to you for $60. Meanwhile, you have Activision over here, and you have Crash Bandicoot, Insane, Trilogy. And you know what they did? Do you know what they did? They actually remake that from the ground up. They built that game up. And not only that, they added one of the levels that they made included levels that was never into the game at the beginning. Like they put so much time and effort into this. And it's only $40. $40 compared to $60 that Nintendo's doing. So like it is completely they're doing it the same with Skyward Sword. Let's be honest here. They are literally doing the same with Skyward Sword. Like they are literally doing the same. When I was watching that direct, he did came on stage. He did not have any news for Breath of the Wild 2, which is understandable. But at least he gave us somewhat of a thing about the Breath of the Wild 2. He did give us some information.
Hey, good to see you again.
Oh, hey, Matthew.
What's up, bro?
Not much. I was just talking about that. Wow. I hope you know that doing the podcast, dude. And all that's coming in.
Well, I see that your server has grown so much, my dude. I mean, I see that everyone, you're probably learning about the word, right?
Yeah. I mean, you come and gone. Oh, so what was I saying?
I'm very sorry.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Skyward Sword. I'm willing to bet you Nintendo's going to sell it for $60 and it's going to be a ripoff.
Oh, really?
Yes, it does not look. It says HD on the screen. When I was watching that Nintendo Direct, it does not look like HD. It looks like the same game copied and pasted from the Wii. And I feel like all they did.
Bowser's Fury plus Bowser 3D World.
Yeah, that was good. They actually put in some content, even though people had problems with it. But I'm talking about for like the future games of Nintendo, and talking about the direct that I saw, a few days ago. Since I mentioned my predictions and stuff, and I decided now's the time to talk about what I think about it. And
Yeah,
Skyward
bro.
Sword, like
And
I feel like Skyward Sword is a cash grab. Obviously, I'm a Zelda fan. Always have been. I will probably forever die on the hill as a Zelda fan. But
yeah, I
I
see.
just
Yeah.
I just don't think it's $60 compared to Crash Bandicoot. Like even remember back on the Wii, Matthew. Remember back on the Wii when they did Kirby's? I think it was like 25-year anniversary or 30-year anniversary, 25-year anniversary.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah, I
so
remember that.
much
Yeah.
to that game, so much compared to 3D All Stars. If you want to compare the two, a better effort and better quality is probably the Kirby game.
Yeah, and I think I might. I just remember that one kid in this neighborhood. I don't get it, dude. He said there was a kid that was lost. I still don't remember if he ever found him or not.
I have no idea.
He didn't give an
Um,
identity, dude. He just said a kid. Now, a
ah,
kid can be many things, dude.
hey kid.
What could it be, my dude?
But yeah, this is the podcast, Matthew, where we can discuss and talk about anything from anything. Like I can literally talk about cows eating.
Or isn't this like a Christian server? Like, I could have something when I first joined. It was like this Christian server, and there was like this other girl that was with you, and you guys were both talking about the word along with other people. I don't know what happened to that. I might be confused with another server, but I'm pretty sure it was this
Maybe.
one.
I don't.
Huh?
I don't know. All I know is that TNL has some mistakes. That's all I can say. But TNL is back
Who
where we're
has
born.
mistakes?
We're here back in the flesh. But with these
What do you
podcasts, we
mean
can
they
talk.
have mistakes?
Well, we merged into TDC, and some people didn't like that, and we kind of
Oh,
lost. And
TD.
we also lost people in the progress. Like some people don't want to be here anymore or be active here, and decides to leave.
Oh,
So,
but but the
and
Lord
that,
was pleased with all the people that we were talking about the word.
well,
Well, the Lord's
but
always pleased with who we are.
yeah. But with the podcast, it can be range from anything to anything. I decided to just talk about. Well, I first talked about how Xbox finally purchased Bethesda, the Nintendo Switch Pro rumors, and now I'm just not analyzing the direct, but basically saying Nintendo can do better with their games, and not selling them to $60 and copy and paste them.
Oh my gosh, bro. Well, yeah, and I see what you're saying. So you're saying that this server is so much different from the old server.
I mean,
In
it's
the
the
old
same.
server,
It's the same thing. It's the same
oh,
people, but the thing is, the people said, and I guess I could say this, even though I said it plenty on the podcast here, for anybody that's listening online as well, is that this place is not as active, and it is not. And that's where people tend to say, like, it doesn't feel like the old TNL, and I'm like, well, I can't force people to be active here. Like,
well,
there's
this is
been,
what you.
for example, you, Matthew. There's been several times that you
Mm-hmm.
have left and come back. Multiple times that I'm not even going to count. It's too much. Okay? It's
Oh,
too many. But, it's just the activity, and people just don't feel like this is the old TNL. And I'm like, I can't force them to
Well,
be
the old
active.
TNL used to be like this. This is what the old TNL used to be like. I mean, the old TNL was always like, people were always chatting, talking, it was always, about, the Word of God and stuff. Maybe people might have gotten bored of, always talking about the Bible, and they probably, wanted other things too. But now that you made this event channel, along with a few other new changes to it, even though it's the same thing, you might, added a couple, malfunctions to the server, that should probably, fix that problem, right?
Yeah, but it's mainly the activity. If people don't feel like it, I can't force the activity. Like, it's up to them if they want to talk in general. It's up to them if they want to join this event room. It's up to them if they want to listen to this podcast or not. It's entirely their choice. I can't. Like, I would
What's the
like for it to be
podcast?
the podcast. Like I said, it can range from anything to anything. I can literally talk about anything. I can literally just talk about how the light is shining right through my eye. Right now, I could just sit here and say an hour about how that darn stupid sun is going through my eyeballs.
I can see what you mean, and I can see exactly why people might want the server to probably be able to come back. I mean, everyone
People
has.
that ever since the merge happened, a lot of people did not like it. That was the thing. I decided to went with it because I thought that was best at that time, and I have lost several people that used to be
Well, I
active
mean,
here.
people are gonna, be offline both here and there.
I mean, I'm
Huh?
not active as much over there, but
Uh,
there's some
I'm
people that
sorry, I
are
don't know
just
who you are, though.
yeah, but there's some people that are just really active,
It's okay,
and this
sorry.
server is just kind of dying. Like, I'm trying to do my best to do everything that I can for TNL. Like, I am trying and persevering. I'm even talking to channels. I'm trying to make this active as I possibly can with the best of my
I
abilities.
I know exactly how you feel, dude. I myself have wanted to make a Christian server, but sometimes I've noticed that, like, whenever I make the server, like, I don't keep it. And as much as I really want to be able to keep the server going, I sometimes, just can't do it. And I know that we're all human beings. We all want to please God in our ways.
Yeah.
But we're all going to be busy at times. We all live in a world where half of the world is night, and, well, depending on where you are, whether it's day or night, because we live in a world where it's us for day, and probably for other people, it's night. But just because we want people to be online, we all want that. We all desire that. I included. I'm in this too. I mean, things were, different. And, we're all in school now. Like, I'll tell you an example, dude. Back then, when I made a server, I think the very first time when I very first made my Christian server, I think
You
a
there?
bunch of people were joining.
Oh, there you
The
are.
only problem things,
You do sound like a robot, and you're cutting in and out now.
one, people, because we live in a world where people don't believe, and we are disciples of Jesus, so people are going to come against us. They're going to try to stop us, right?
Yeah. If you look at it that way, sure.
So, yeah, so if you're afraid because people are coming against your server for doing the right thing, it's okay to be afraid. We're all normal. I mean, Peter, for example, he was afraid for, denying that, saying that he was a follower of Jesus. He denied him 3 times, but then later Jesus came and restored him 3 times. So we're all going to have our ups and downs. We're all going to fail here and there. And as much as you want to make the server, you should probably, just pray about it. I know God sees your heart. God sees that you want to help people, want to know the Word of God. But we have to also, do we have to also, take care of ourselves as too. We have to eat. We have to, make friends in the real world. Not saying you can do it online as well, because I've seen some people where, like, they're friends online, and they end up meeting in person someday, and they become great friends. You can do that as long as it's the Lord willing, and you can trust that person fully. Because we always got to be careful. Like people like me, bro, you can trust, bro, because I'm not like one of those teens that they're very dirty. They want to do this, they want to do that. I'm not like those teens. I am a Christian, and we all fail,
Yeah.
but we all have to keep moving. Paul said, but not all things are helpful. So, you might want to make a certain deal with the Lord. That's good. But is it helpful for you? You always got to be able, because we all, hold on, I'm trying my best, try to remember, what the word says. Because I know Paul did say, in the letter, all things are good, but not all things are helpful, right? He says something like that, right? Check to make sure I'm not misinterpreting that.
I don't think you are, but I really can't be 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure you're not interpreting it. Or not, I'm pretty sure you are interpreting it, but I don't think you're misinterpreting it. My bad.
Yeah, bro. So don't feels this way. I have ran upon many people who, who want to, make a server, do what's right, make friends, and I included. The very first time, like, let me tell you how it all began, bro. The very first time I got invited to Discord was, I think it was off another friend of mine, but he's no longer a friend because he he was kind of like, a little bit because we live in a world where people, I've forgiven him already, I know that he might, have a little bit of ups and downs, but he was like one of those type of people where it's like, do what I want and I'm happy. If you don't do what I want, I put you away and I focus on everyone else but you. I mean, we live in a world like that, but I know that it's sometimes upsetting. Sometimes I will think about that, but we have to forgive our enemies, like the Bible says, because the Bible says, like, if you forgive, others, the Lord will forgive you. If you don't forgive others, the Lord is not going to be, he's not going to forgive you. But that's why we gotta walk in love, and we all are gonna, you know. Okay, basically all I'm just trying to say here is, you gotta do, the right thing, bro. You just gotta, don't stress about it. Just pray about it. Keep the server running. People are gonna come here and there. Because like my dad says, we're gonna have people that come into our lives, and we're gonna have people that are gonna come out of our lives. Just like with the server. People are gonna come, people are gonna go. People are gonna come, people are gonna go.
Yep.
Now sometimes you can keep those friends if they stay. Sometimes they leave for an important reason.
Keyword.
Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes people leave the server for an important reason. I have had friends, such as, children servers, like 10 plus servers, where the children have to leave because they know they're going to get caught by the parents because they either are not allowed to have Discord or some other reason. But, yeah, I hope you know this point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like I said, I've been going through it. I've been trying not to be discouraged about it. I'm still persevering.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
I'm just being honest with you, not trying to be negative. But the server's not that
No,
active,
you're not being negative.
and it is kind of dying. That is the real truth. I'm not trying to be negative when I'm saying that.
You feel like you're trying to what?
Huh?
You said you're feeling like you're trying to what?
I said I'm still persevering, and I'm not trying to sound this negative in any way, shape, or form. But the server's not active, and it is kind of dying.
Yeah, I am in a server right now, dude. Like, that server used to be so active every single day. Now, this was during the summer, obviously during the COVID. Everyone was online, everyone was able to talk. A couple were offline because of the COVID, but, it's going away. Like, you saw in the news how, like, the COVID right now for Texas and Mississippi, they no longer have to wear masks anymore, right?
Yeah, they need to burn, and I don't want to push them off the United States for doing that because I want to be not wearing a mask either. I just want to shove them off.
Well, bro, I mean, we have to remember, we're kind of in a situation here, but we gotta have faith. Remember the faith that Job had when he kind of lost everything. We're not really in that situation. I mean, we kind of lost, the ability to see people or, kind of be able to, do normal things. I mean, for example, in my church, I'm still able to go there in person. Some people still have to wear masks, because it makes them feel comfortable. But we can't lose hope or faith, just like Job did. He kind of, was in a situation like ours, but we didn't really, lose everything. But he lost everything, dude. But then, he trusted in God. He never got mad at him. Not until the very last second. We all have our point with God. We're kind of okay, for like, either a couple days, maybe months or weeks. But we all eventually, we'll eventually, get mad, or sometimes we'll get upset. For Job's instance, he was very calm. He didn't get mad at the Lord. I think not until that last second, until he said, "I want to argue my case with God Himself." Like, because he's kind of upset. He wants to find out what's going on. Like, why is all this bad stuff happening to him if, he's a righteous man. And we all just got, like, just got to keep on, doing what's right. And that's important.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know how long you're going to stay in the server, though, because I know you leave and go.
Well, I am planning on staying longer, only if the server, because like I said before, I mean, sometimes I'll leave servers because either they're not active, they don't really feel like my type of community, or the people there are just like,
Then
not
why?
as like,
Then my question is, and for people that are listening on the stream, is why do you leave and come back so many times? Because I have seen you in TNL, whether it's here or in the old server, I still see your name pop up, and you kept coming back and forth.
well, because I think I might have like, just always like, been like, in a type of situation where, I wanted to like, because sometimes, I mean, like I said before, it was kind of feeling a little bit stressful. Like, I mean, I had like, I sometimes felt in myself like I had to be online every single day, and that kind of put pressure on me. So then I thought to myself, okay, if I leave the server, then sometimes, oh, hey, Fight for Faith.
Oh wait, she's here. Hey, Teeny Sword. I am streaming podcasts. Just letting you know.
Oh, Fight for Faith, how are you doing?
She probably doesn't want to talk. She could probably type it out.
Yeah, you can type it, Fight for Faith.
I know she's not into the whole streaming thing. I know she's. I think she like despises it at this point. It's like every time I'm streaming, she's like, "Nope, I'm out." But
Fight for Faith, did you block me?
back to the podcast. As there's noise in my background, like I said, I am sorry. This is not the professional podcast that everyone wants. Definitely 100% not professional. But yeah, with everything that's been said, I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. I'm probably just going to end it right here. We did
But I want to talk
mention.
to fight for faith for more.
Well, you can without me streaming. I mean, I'm pretty sure
Oh,
she'll
okay.
be able
Yeah,
to
you're
use her
right.
voice once I end the stream.
Okay, got it.
So, but I hope y'all enjoy this. It was kind of a little bit all over the place with me just talking about gaming and stuff, and then Matthew just came in here and started talking about the gospel, not gossip, gospel, the gospel, good news. Not trying to gossip here. Good lord. Um, but yeah, with TNL, y'all already know the news. Y'all already know everything that's happening within TNL. And hopefully it will get better over time. Like I said, I'm still here. I'm still trying to persevere for some others, and I'm sorry for the last podcast. Like I said, my feelings are on a roller coaster ride right now. So I'm trying to be happy, but it is extremely difficult. So please keep
Yeah,
that
that
in
sounds like
mind.
it.
But I hope y'all enjoy this podcast number 6. We have made it this far into the podcast. Woohoo! And remember, if y'all want to come be part of this podcast, come into the chat or come into the stream. We can discuss about anything from anything. Legit, we can just talk about anything. Like right now, you see a light right on my eye. I can sit here and talk about that for an hour, saying like that dang sun needs to burn and the moon needs to be out. It's blinding me. So I could just talk random stuff like that. So it could be from anything. Just keep that in mind. But with since it's been kind of all over the place, and I think it's just kind of time to end it. And also to end it on a note of a positive thing. Whatever you're doing, keep on trying. Despite
My Discord's kind of laggy, my gosh.
you're fine. But keep on going despite of everything that happened. That's what you gotta do. You gotta keep on going and you gotta keep on trying. I mean, you saw me in my emotional state, especially in the last podcast. If you don't believe me, go watch podcast number 5. All right. I was in an emotional wreck, and I'm pretty sure a good bit of people online even knew how much of a wreck that I was kind of in. So, just keep on going. If I can persevere, if I can still do these podcasts, even though I said podcast 5 was the last podcast, and here I'm at again with the 6th podcast, then y'all can be able to do it. It never hurts to try again, even though you fail so many times, and it's so easy to feel like, you should just call it and quits, because that's how I was feeling. It is so easy just to call in the towel and just say, I'm done. I'm through. And I think this is the best of the best. But you always want to be able to sit still and pray and wait on God for whatever He calls you out to do. Whatever He wants you to do, go for it. He told me to lead a ministry. And right now I'm trying and I'm getting better along the way. I have improved here and there. I may not be the best ministry leader out there on this planet Earth, but I'm trying to be an example just as Jesus was. So, with that note, just keep on going, keep persevering with whatever you're going, and hopefully Bethesda will get good, and hopefully Nintendo will get good. But I will see you in the next podcast number 7 next week, and you're welcome to join in, like I said, and we can discuss about anything. And I will see you then.